This is Keith Fraser for Seconds Out. I'm here with Frank Warren. Frank, good to see you tonight. Very impressive performances by Daniel Dubois, Anthony Yarde. How did you see it?
I see it like everybody. They were impressive performances. They both done in their different ways great jobs. They were really good wins. They are both tremendous fighters, young fighters, who I think have got a lot more to see from, a lot more in the tank. I believe they will go on and get involved in some seriously big fights, and hopefully they'll win them.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, let's start off with Anthony Yarde, okay? 17 fights, is it? Now unbeaten, 18 fights. Where does he go from here? He's number one WBO challenger. Is he going to fight for that WBO title? And I know you're kind of holding him back a little bit because you talk about his lack of amateur experience. Where is he going to go from here?
Well, we'll see what the WBO decide they're going to do, because they're going to call for something soon, and then we'll make our decision.
What is your feeling? I mean, do you want to push him forward now?
I think that Anthony Yarde. I think that the better the opponent, the better you're going to see of Anthony Yarde. I think he's that type of fighter.
Because he either goes forward and fights for the world title now, and where does he go from here? I mean, obviously a lot of British fans want to see him fight Buatsi at some stage.
We're at the moment an iconic venue. How long was it before Chris Finnegan or John Conti fought for a world title? It weren't after 17 fights, and I can assure you. And they were all seasoned, veteran amateurs.
Unless you're Anthony Joshua, of course.
Well, of course. And Anthony Joshua was the same thing. But he had an amateur. He won the Olympic gold medal. He had a sparkling amateur career. He fought in the finals of the World Heavyweight Championships. That's the difference. That's having experience that you bring over into the professional game. So he didn't have that.
And what about Daniel? I mean, very interesting position you are with him. I know you talked several months ago that maybe this year or early 2020 you'd be in a good place for a world title shot, perhaps a bit early. It's a very crowded division, even in the Brits. You've got Joyce, you've got Tyson Fury, who I want to ask you about. Where do you go with Daniel? How are you going to hold him back?
I don't want to hold him back. I want him to go forward. He's just beaten a guy who how long ago was it? 18 months ago, nearly 2 years or 2 or 3 fights ago, went the distance with Parker for the world title. You know, that's his form line. He's just done something Parker couldn't do. And the fellow was fit and well, and he fancied the job. He's a big awkward customer, and he's done a job on him. And again, here's a guy that's only had 7 senior amateur bouts as a heavyweight. That's all he had, 7 senior amateur bouts. So, but he's learning his trade. He's doing well. He's now be ranked in the top 10 because he's got the WBO European title. So that put him in the top 10. So now we'll step him up and keep stepping him up. And then hopefully at the end of this year, both him and Nathan keep winning. Then that's going to be a great fight for the fans. And
what about Joyce?
Or Joyce. Let's see what happens with Joe. You know, if he's around, who knows?
And can I just quickly ask you, everyone's asking this question, what's going on with Tyson Fury? I mean, look, everyone was hoping we're going to get that rematch. I know it's slightly splintered. There's a lot of politics. There's a lot of money involved. Give me the SP.
Well, the SP is that he signed a deal to be... He's being joint promoted with us and Bob Arum, and his next few fights will be quite a few of his fights will be in the States, and they'll be with ESPN, who steps up the plate and made him a magnificent offer. ESPN, I think, are in around 70-75% of the homes in the States. They're the biggest sports channel. So he's got the biggest platform out of any heavyweight out there to show who Tyson Fury is, which will make him more of an even bigger attraction than he is. So the objective is for them to give him a fight, to introduce him into the ESPN viewers, and then after that we will look and discuss and see whether we can get the big fight on.
I know you recently said that Matchroom, their golden goose is Anthony Joshua. Once he loses, their whole empire collapses. But in all seriousness, Tyson Fury has, if you like, become your golden goose a bit now, because he's now gone from zero to hero. He's the man in the division, and you have to say that is possibly why Anthony Joshua is fighting in the States, because he's got to do something to match what your boy's doing?
He's fighting in the States for one reason and one reason only, is because he's supposed to be fighting Dillian Whyte over here in April, weren't it? That's what they had, Dillian Whyte, and they couldn't get the fight together for whatever reason. They didn't want to pay Dillian Whyte. I don't know what he wanted. They didn't even go to purse bids or anything with it, so that's why he's in the States. As regarding it being my, that my business is built around Tyson, well, Tyson only came into backs of boxing last June. And I think we were doing all right up until June, and we're certainly doing well now. And I'm delighted that we're involved with Tyson Fury, and I'm sure we'll go on. And you was here tonight, and you've seen just the youngsters we got. That's without some of our world champions, like Josh Warrington and so forth, Billy Joe Saunders. So we're okay. We're doing okay.
Seconds Out is for the fans. We want to see the big fights. We want to see Tyson Fury in ring with Deontay Wilder again.
But let's get it right. We made the big fight. We made it. After 2 fights, everybody thought he was going to have 4 fights. But after 2 fights, he went and got involved in the big fight, having been out of the ring for nearly 3 years. So, come on, bit of credit for him for that.
No, I'm giving you credit. We just want to see them all.
Anthony Joshua wouldn't take the fight. He was offered a huge amount of money. Tyson stepped up to the plate and did it. So that's it. And now won it. Exactly right. Got cheated, but now he's on a massive platform in the States, and that to me is sound business and will enable the fight to be easier. Will make it easier, I believe, now to be made, because I think everybody wants to see it happen, and I believe that with a will, there is a way to make it happen.
Well, listen, these are exciting times for British heavyweight boxing. Wow, this is an exciting time. Frank, thanks ever so much for your time. And up the Gunners.